hey, hey, hey.
What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Cornell, the tech savvy rider. Hey, I pulled out Black Flash 2 today. I got the full Black Flash train. It's going on. Feel good, man. Hey, I wanted to tell y'all a couple things, man, and one kind of got me puzzled. I was talking to a used to be Goldwing rider who I had me throwing my hot. I had to connect everything. I don't want nothing coming loose. I feel pretty good out here. It's about 70-some degrees, but I ain't got no long sleeves, so I put my hot suit back on. Just use it as a windbreaker. Hey, but getting back to the story, man, I met a guy, a used to be Goldwing rider, who traded in his Goldwing for a Harley-Davidson. Now, I want y'all to be able to catch this to see if y'all caught it like I did. Let me get on the road here and let y'all know exactly what was said. Alright, first thing first, as y'all know, I run a business from home. Do the same thing that I do for the government, work on computers. Alright, but at home, it's more doing repairs, whereas working for the government on the contracting side of the house is basically helping out people to understand how to get the computer going. But anyway, the customer came over to my house and he saw my Goldwing, and he saw Black Flash, my Goldwing, and he saw Deathstroke, and he was looking at him and he admired him, and he said, "Hey, I like what you did to both of your vehicles." And I was like, "Okay, so you like motorcycles, huh?" He was like, "Yeah, I ride too." Now this is where it kind of gets funny, because I could not understand exactly where he was going with this. He told me he used to be a Goldwing rider. Okay, used to be. That's what caught my attention, because I wanted to hear the story that came up behind this one. He said, "Yeah, I used to be a Goldwing rider. I had a 2013 L6B, and he wanted to go ahead and get him something new because it was paid off, and he felt like you know, it was at that time where he was going to start having a lot of issues because the vehicle was getting old. Now, you know, 2023 is here, so his 2013 is 10 years old. So I understood exactly what he was saying. The older the vehicles are, it seemed like the more issues you'll start having. You know, when one started happening, one is right around the corner. But that's never seemed to be the issue for me with a Goldwing. No matter how old it is, if you kept the maintenance up on it, it won't let you down. Alright, so this is where he started being kind of flip-floppy with his story. I said, well, since you was looking at a new motorcycle, what did you decide to go with? He told me he traded in his 2013 L6B for a Harley-Davidson Street Glide. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I ain't say nothing to him, I just wanted to hear the story behind this. So I was like, hey man, what made you do that? I'm curious. He was like, well, I wanted to go ahead and get the new Goldwing, but I simply could not fit on it. Now here I am, I'm looking up at this guy. So yeah, I'm 5'9". I'm looking up at this guy, and I know he's a clear, you know, he's clearing about 6'1", 6'2". And I'm like, I know plenty of 6 foot and over Goldwing riders that are on the new F6, on the new Goldwing, the 2018 and up. They call them the DC model. I don't have one, so I'm only going by what he's telling me. So I'm the type of person, if I'm riding that type of vehicle and you talking some crap like that, I'm gonna say, huh, get on this one, let me see what you're talking about. But I ain't had one that I could ask him to sit on so he could show me what he was talking about. But to make a long story short, he went on and told me he got his street glide. He was in love with his street glide. He's very happy about his purchase. And I was like, okay, so tell me, what is it about that street glide that made you decide to go ahead and purchase it? You know what, man? This dude could not answer that question to save his freaking life. He started coming up, instead of telling me why he bought it, he started coming up with reasons why he couldn't get, or why he didn't get the 2018 and above Goldwing. So he started telling me stories about, you know, he took the 2018 and above, he took it out for a test drive. He didn't like the way the automatic was. He couldn't do his own shift, and I know that's from the stories I hadn't heard and the people that's talking about it on YouTube and watching other people riding them things. You know, they can go ahead and do a manual shift even if this is an automatic, the DCT. So I'm listening to this story just going from a general question to a whole bunch of excuses of why he got this Harley-Davidson. But nothing he's talking about is talking about the enjoyment of the Harley-Davidson. He's only giving me why he couldn't or didn't get the 2018 and above Goldwing. So the next thing he had to say behind that statement was, when he rode it around, he couldn't, you know, he couldn't do this shifting on it. He was like, the sound coming from the pipes, yeah, it sounds a little bit more roar to it, but the bike itself doesn't look tough to be sounding like that. Okay, now I'm looking at this guy, you're fishing up the wrong creek, talking to a Goldwing guy and trying to downgrade the brand that he's been riding all his life. And for those of you who don't know, I've been riding Goldwing since I was 14 years old. Most people like, and that's another thing, I'll bring it up right quick. Most people like to talk about, well, I've been riding since I was 5 years old. I've been riding since I was 7 years old. Yeah, I'm not talking about your little dirt bikes and go-karts that you had back in the day. I was actually riding Goldwings at the age of 14. So I got some years behind riding this brand motorcycle, and once I got on it, that was it for me. Basically, when my old man said, if you take this down the street and bring it back to me, it's yours. And I've been in love with the Goldwing ever since. That's the short version of the story. But he went from that excuse to another excuse about the pricing of the new Goldwing. He didn't feel that the price was adequate enough or was too much for the price that it was asking for that new Goldwing. So I'm like, okay, I know the price is roughly around maybe $30,000. You know, if it's got a little something in it or something on it, you know, for its extra features. But I think that thing started out at around $27,000, $28,000. I might be wrong because I don't own one. So I'm only going by what I have seen on the internet. So he basically was saying it was too much. He didn't like the price of it. He couldn't fit on it. He didn't like the way it ride. He couldn't shift the gears the way he wanted to shift. So it became more and more of excuses of why he didn't get the Goldwing. So I said, man, he gave me a couple of more. He gave me a couple more excuses about the 2018 why he didn't get it. But he never for once said anything about why he liked to ride or why he purchased the Harley-Davidson. I have not heard one thing he had to say that was good, the reason why he bought it. So, you know me, I don't sugarcoat shit. You know, I was like, hey man, you haven't said anything to me about the Harley-Davidson, but you downgraded the Goldwing ever since you started talking. I said, it sounds like to me somebody gave you a good deal on a used Harley-Davidson, and that's what you went with. Bruh, when I said this mofo got quiet, I think I read him like a open book. I had hit the nail on the head. Instead of talking about why he got the Harley-Davidson, because, you know, he got it at a good deal, a used motorcycle, he put down the new Goldwing and gave me a whole bunch of excuses. This is the reason why he's riding a Harley-Davidson. You know what? That motherfucker couldn't say a word. He couldn't say nothing. I said, man, don't you ever talk about a motorcycle to a motorcycle guy with some bogus ass information that you just that just came out your mouth. You know, I ain't disrespect the guy, but I'm letting him know, hey man, what you saying is just straight BS. Now, I know there's a lot of Harley-Davidson riders out there who did switch out their Goldwing or even kept their Goldwing and still got a Harley-Davidson. Why? Well, one, you know, they wanted it. Two, they always wanted a second bike, but they didn't want to get the same brand. So those are legit type of excuses. You know, I even know a guy who even went as far as buying a Harley-Davidson because he wanted to enter in competitions. You know, hey, those are all legit reasons. But don't put down a brand motorcycle that you don't own to justify the reason why you own the brand that you have. I can't stand people like that. I would never put down a motorcycle with no matter what brand you own. Cause me, I'm the type of person, yeah, I ride a Goldwing. I'll ride with you as long as you can keep up with me. You can't keep up with me, then hey, be prepared to get left behind. Because I know you on a motorcycle that's gonna probably mess up on you. Yeah, I'm gonna beat up for you. I'm gonna put you on the back of my Goldwing and take you where you need to go so you can have yours picked up. But hold on, I'm talking crap right now. But it doesn't matter to me because I was never was saying anything to downgrade what you own. That's your bike. But you got people out here, man, that will downgrade a brand. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna be straight honest with you. 100%. A whole lot of Goldwing riders do the same crap. The same crap. They'll talk about other motorcycle brands because they have a Goldwing, and it's just because they own a Goldwing, they're talking bad about the other brands. I can't stand them people either. Yeah, you love your Goldwing because you love it. That's me. Yeah, that's all I ever had, a Goldwing. That's me. That's all I would ever ride is a Goldwing. Because it's the only memory in my mind that I have from my dad who passed away. This was his gift to me, how to ride a motorcycle. And that motorcycle was a Goldwing. So it's always gonna be the Goldwing for me. That's why it was so hard for me to let this go when I started hurting, because I knew I felt like I was giving up the memory of my dad. The only memory I had of my dad that made me the happiest and throughout my whole life of being around my dad was the Goldwing. It's the only memorable memory I have that I don't mind telling y'all about. Now, getting back to the story, I don't care what brand motorcycle you ride. That's you, that's yours, you pay for it, do your thing. But please stop talking about other people, brands or whatever they riding. If you went from a Goldwing to a Harley-Davidson, or you kept your Goldwing when you went to a Harley-Davidson, or you traded in your Harley-Davidson to go get your Goldwing, However you did it. However you did it. That's you and yours. Keep it to yourself. If somebody asks you, yeah, ask them, answer the question that they asked. Why did you get that particular bike? Now going back to the question I asked, and the answer that I gave, that he gave, was nothing that what I had asked. I said, why did you buy the Gold? Why did you buy the Harley-Davidson Street Glide? What was it about it that made you get it? He couldn't answer the question at all, and that's what made me mad. I still provided him my services, but I charged the hell out of him. I didn't give him no kind of discount. I mean, I'm being honest, because, you know, I hate fake people, man. I hate it. And that's what he came off as, somebody who was not genuine. He couldn't even answer a simple question. Why did you buy the bike that you bought? Now you ask yourself the same question. Since you're watching my video, the bike you riding right now, why did you buy it? Answer that question. And when you're asked that question, you already got an answer for it. Hey, I just want to swing through and try to hit some of these back roads and see what's going on back here. That's my spiel for today. I hope y'all enjoyed my little outburst of branding for motorcycles. It wasn't an outburst. It just told it how I truly feel. I don't care what you ride, man. Ride. Have a good time. Come down and let's ride. Or let's meet up and ride. Oh, yeah. Speaking of meeting up and riding, the GRC, the Group 7 Riders and Creators Facebook group, motorcycle group, we're trying to do another get-together here pretty soon. Roughly around the June-July time frame. If you want to know more about it, check out the Group 7 Riders and Creators motorcycle group on Facebook. Join it, and the moderator, Greg and Laura, they can give you more information about it. Send you a time sheet on a time frame of what's going on. I'm trying to get back into the groove myself, but we're actually trying to get together and do it again for this year. So let's get together and ride. And like I said, we changed it from Goldwing 7 Riders and Creators to Group 7 Riders and Creators. Why did we do that? Because we don't give what you ride. We don't care. Just come out and ride. Let's get together and have a good time. Go out and go get something to eat and get fat. Then go somewhere else and get drunk. Hopefully it'll be at the hotel that we're staying at, so we don't have to drive. But you know what I'm saying. Let's get together and have a good time. Other than that, hey, that's my spiel for the day, YouTube. Heading home. Y'all have a good one. GoPro, stop recording.
Hey, hey, hey.